Okay, so this is the title, right, of your qualification, and this is the title that will appear in your graduation scroll and in your certificates later. It's called Bachelor of Finance and Investment bracket honors. So this is a title that should appear in your resume. All right. Now, how about CGPA? Should I or should I not include that in my resume? Again, it depends. If the company have certain specification, for example, candidate must possess 3.5 CGPA and above, you must put lah. All right. If your CGPA is below 3.5 as requested by the company, then don't apply lah. All right. Now, if you have very poor CGPA below 2, don't put. That's the advice. All right. Don't put, because why? It will limit your chances. So just leave it as it is. If you have very good CGPA, show. If you don't have, don't put. Okay. Now, descriptions of subjects taken should or should not be listed. Now, remember, there's nothing more. To me, something in your resume is better than nothing at all. Any information that can showcase, that can tell me more about your skill, knowledge that you have acquired throughout your study, that's better than no information at all. So where to go about these subjects taken? Subjects taken included, then we go back to this STAR UMT websites again. Can you see the program outline? All right. Now, these are the list of subjects that you must complete upon your 3-year studies here. Okay. Now, if today you were to apply for a position as a financial analyst job for an investment bank, I would like to share let me put that in my Google Drive first. If you have any questions, please ask now. Remember, for my coursework, all the example listed you must have resume photo, full name, residential address, telephone number, email, you must have. Even though in actual practice, you can choose to or not to include. Under my job seeking skill, allow me to open job advertisement. Okay. Now I extend this classroom this coursework briefing to 3 groups of students. That means I have about 60 over students. But so far I have less than 20 joining because no attendance is given. So again, that reflects on how much you wanted to do well in this particular coursework. But I always tell the student it's not about the coursework. All right. And some student ask me, Miss, I don't have relevant working experience. Can I put in fake information? I say, why shock sendiri? If you put in fake informations, you get the full 5 marks for this coursework. But the thing is, when you come to applying for a full-time position, all this fake information you have to remove. All right. And then what left you with? A half-empty resume. 空寥寥冇嘢睇嗬. A half-empty resume. So it's time for a reflection check. What did you do during your free time? Did you attend workshops to upskill yourself? Did you take part in any co-curricular activities? Did you pursue any part-time jobs during your SEM break? All right, all this that will enhance your skill and your experience. If you do not have all this, then what do you do with your free time? Okay, so it's basically is a reflection of your personality as well. This one is for fresh graduate. I have a class later at 1:30, so if I can finish early, I'll finish by 1. Is that okay? All right. Now, first and foremost, I'll ask the student, all right, when you write in, when you apply for a job, do a little bit of homework. Find out about the market price. What does the industry, how much would the industry pay for somebody with your qualifications and skill as a fresh graduate, right? So as a fresh graduate, across all program, the starting is 3,500 to 4,000. But again, it depends on how in demand the job is. All right. But for finance, I think 3,500 to 4,000 is reasonable. Now let's look at this. The title of the position is Research Analyst at Global Asia Database Division under CEIC-data.com. And some of the required the skill required to have good commands of Excel spreadsheet. All right. Experience in programming language is an added advantage if you have any. Confident and good communication skill, both written and verbal. So if you score A in my subjects, you will have very good chances of scoring any of the jobs that require you to have good communication skill. All right. Able to work from homes. Okay. So these are some of the requirements. All right. Let's see what else. Research. These are research. Finance analyst. I think finance analyst will be more appropriate. Oh, sorry. Sorry, my screen disappeared. Can you see my screen? All right. Okay. Now, when you see a job advertisement and they give you a salary range of 3,500 to 5,500, never go for the maximum salary range because why? They will give it, they'll give this amount to you, right, based on your number of year of experience, your skills. All right. So if you're a fresh graduate, your starting should be 1,500. And then if you have good communication skills, you have very strong relevant experience, then 3,800 to 4,000. All right. Okay. So we have not touched on salary negotiations, but as a fresh graduate, I'll advise a student to take, if the job is good, if you go to the company for interview and you like the vibes, the environment, you can imagine yourself working in that environment for at least 1 or 2 years, then I say take up the job offer. All right. Okay. So you see, analyze financial and prepare financial report, including balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statement. Develop financial model and forecast to support business decision. Conduct financial analysis to evaluate investment opportunity. Coming back to the subjects taken. All right. Based on the requirement of the jobs, which 4 subjects do you think is the most relevant? Pick them out, and then you bring it into your resume. Under subjects taken. Can I see that? All right. Now moving on, our next section. Co-curricular activities. Now under these sections, there are some students who are not very actively participated in any clubs and society in TAR UMT. All right, but you're quite active in secondary school. So can you list them? I would say yes, but only list those activities in your final 2 years. The Form 4, during your Form 4 and Form 4 and Form 5. Now why? During your final years, you are considered now the senior in your secondary school, and you will probably be holding important positions like the committee member, the secretary, the treasurer, the president's position. So list them down. All right. Now, when it comes to co-curricular activities, again, be consistent with your format. List down the month, the year, the name of the institution, the positions or the title you held, the name of the society, and descriptions of your role and responsibility and what have you achieved. All right, we're talking about achievement here. What have you achieved as a secretary, as a videographer, as a president of a club? What have you achieved? Even if you are a member of a society, you can also list down if you simply have nothing to put in, right? Because there are some activities require a high level of discipline, a high level of commitment. For example, like Chinese orchestra, taekwondo, wushu, Toastmaster club. The members are required to attend weekly practices. All right. So by being even a member of a societies, right, in certain club and societies, and show strong commitment is something recruiters are looking for. All right. Now, moving on, experience. The same things applies to how you write your experience as well. Remember the month, the year. Don't lump all your experience together in years from 2020 to 2025. I have done all this, and this. No, don't do that. You must list down the name of the company. You list down the location of the company, list down your position, list down your job responsibility, and list down your achievement if there's any. All right. You might have a lot of job, but I want you to choose, carefully choose. Number 1, the most relevant. Number 2, the most recent. All right. You might have 10, 20 part-time jobs, but choose at least 2, 3, right? Or even maybe 4. It's entirely up to you. Fit it into one page. All right. Okay. If you cannot remember the date, I said you cannot be forgetting the date. Go back to your WhatsApp messages, go back to your email, check for your communications with the recruiter who hired you for that job. All right. What about the name of the company? You guys not say, I forgot the name of the company. There's no such thing as forgetting. You can go online, you can find out. All right. Okay. Now, looking at this, remember what I told you about ATS, Automatic Tracking System, just now? Now, Jobstreet.coms on average receive up to 26,000 of resume every day. So now, given the large volume of resumes that they receive each day, it's impossible to process them manually. So what they did is they will upload everything into a system, and the system will filter by looking at your keywords, right? So this job advertisement, this is the keyword, and you can see how the keyword is copied, all right, is personalized and adapted into the resumes, all right, okay. And after that, moving on, so if you are a very active student, you join a lot of activities and you have won a lot of awards, okay, or even like, the students who offered to become MC and also moderators during the forum, all right, they can put their achievements under award and achievement, but put there Career Preparation Forum 2025, Master of Ceremony. You can put that, right? Okay. Now, moving on, under skills include two types of skill. Number one, language skills. Number two, technical or hard skill. So language skills, remember to provide your level of proficiency either by using icons, like what I did, right? Or you can use descriptions such as advanced, intermediate, or basic. So technical skill included Microsoft Excel, ChatGPT, Canva. But for finance students, your Microsoft Excel and Google Analytics is actually quite important. All right. Now this is example of skills for IT students, where they list down the type of programming language that they are proficient with and the number of years of experience using the language. All right. Now last section is the referee. Now referee, remember in normal practice, when you submit your resume, you don't include your resumes referees together. All right. But it is important for you to have a list of referees prepared as you go for a job interview. So here I wanted you to provide at least 2 referees on a separate document, but later when you submit together. Okay. Now professional referees, when it comes to professional referees, in a separate page, remember to put the title reference very big on top, followed by your name. All right. Use consistent formatting. List the referee full names. Don't just put there Miss June, Mr. Jackson. There's plenty of Miss June and Miss Jackson in the company. So put there Mr. Jackson Lee Chun Hao, for example. Miss Lucy Tan. If you can get the what do you call that, the surname, at least the surname must be there. Then the title, the professional title, the name of the company, and the contact information. All right. And make sure all your reference prior to submitting a job application, inform your referee. But for my coursework, you don't have to inform them. But they must be actual person. Because why? I want you to give these people some thought. Who can be your referee? If you're a fresh graduate with no working experience, your academic advisor or professor, your internship supervisor or mentor, your extracurricular activities leader, research advisor, or personal or character reference. For example, like you're very active in the church or in the temple, you are you know the youth leader very well. Now you can ask a youth leader to become your referee, or in this club or society, you can ask the presidents to become your referee. All right. Okay. Now, some students ask me, Miss, I work for my father. Can my father become my referee? Cannot lah. But if you have been working with your father, you can list your experience working with your father without revealing your father's as the owner lah, right? Unless the name of the company is your father's name. Then we can see the recruiter can somehow identify that you are relative. Then it's not so good. Now, reason why we do not list our family member as referee because most of the time they give biased review. For example, you're my son. Definitely, when people ask me about my son, I say, "Oh, my son, a very good boy, right?" Okay, so the feedback can be biased. Okay, but if you work for your father company, you can ask the chief accountant to become your referee. Right? You can ask the senior salesperson to become your referee. And also, if let's say your work experience working with your father is related to the title of your position that you apply for, you can list them down. All right. Okay. Now, this is examples of a referee format. Full names, title, position, name of the company, address, phone number, and email address. If you are providing the name of your lecturer or academic supervisor, list down the department, list down the faculty, list down the name of the university, address, phone number, email address. Email address you can find in the TAUMT page, and phone address you can